You are tuned in to your dose of positivity. I am Marlene Motivates, and I have channel membership. Shout out to all my channel members, and to be a part of the after show and the Love Channel member show, join my channel membership. I am Marlene Motivates, and as I always say, just know it, just breathe it, and be it, and live your best life.
Be encouraged, be inspired, be yourself, you will survive. Just know it, just breathe it, and be it, and live your best life.
Hey, everybody, welcome. I am Marlene Motivates, your channel for inspiration, positivity, mindset shifting, and you're welcome to all of it. To those who are here with me live, welcome. How are you doing, motivators? And to those in the replay, thank you so much for watching the playback. So, everybody, I really welcome you to this. I almost said podcast, this live stream. Hey, James Wilson, how are you doing? Happy Tuesday. I so want to say Wednesday, but it's not. And if you have not already, hit the like. I am thinking I am going to do an after show today. My schedule changed. So, to all my members, we will be live in the after show right after this finishes as well. Yes, I'm doing amazing. Thank you so much. I hope you are as well. So, everybody, today we're going to be talking about living in the moment, and how to do so, because it's very important because of this busy life, the things that almost everybody as an adult has to deal with. We all have situations, we all have problems, we all have things that we have to balance in order to just live the day to day life. And we're going to be talking about that, how to live in the moment, how to stay present, all of which is important for your emotional, your mental, and your physical well being. It's good for our health. It's good for you to stay present and to live in the moment, because if you don't live in the moment, we miss out on so many things. And we're going to talk about some of those things we will miss out on, and also why it's important for us to stay present and not just always plan, because I'm talking to myself too. I'm definitely a planner. I like to plan for my life. I like for certain things to happen. So we're going to be talking about how to live in the moment and why it's so important to do so. Good, and you are welcome. Thank you so much, James. Appreciate you being here. Shout out to my mods and shout out to my channel members. I really do appreciate all of you. So let's start off, everybody. We're talking today about how to live in the moment, how to stay present. Now, there's always so many things to get us distracted. There's so many things that gets us distracted in this life. It could be having conversations with people. It could be being distracted by looking at what somebody else is doing and thinking maybe I should be doing that, or maybe the entertainment world. It could be social media. There's a lot of things that gets us off track from being in the present moment, okay, and enjoying and just savoring the moment. There are a lot of things in our life to make sure that we live in the moment and we stay in the present. But the question always is, how do we do so? How do we live in the moment? Okay. Let's see who just came in. We got Nate, the Great Podcast. How are you doing, Nate? Welcome in. Good to see you. Happy Tuesday to you. Shout out to all my channel members. And y'all know, if you're channel members, you can put exclamation point member to have your link dropped. Okay. And we also have Loving Me, Tracy Anderson. Hi, Miss Tracy. How are you doing? Welcome. Happy Tuesday to you. Thank you so much for being here. And if you guys could hit the like, I'd really appreciate it. Yes, like I was saying just a little bit earlier, we're going to be talking about how to live in the moment, how to stay present, because there's a lot of things that can get us off track, off of our focus, and get into concerns that we really don't need to be concerned with. We think because of what other people are doing, what other people are saying, what social media, what the entertainment world all says that we should be doing. It's about what is good for us, what's good for our mental health, what's good for our physical health, what's good for our financial health. And we're going to get into some of those things today. I believe I did 9 things. Let me go down to the bottom of my list. 10 things. We're going to talk about 10 things that is very important, how we can live in the moment and how we can stay present. Okay. So let's start off, everybody. Point number 1. Look around you and be grateful for what you have. So if you have the gift of sight, if you're able to use your hands, if you can walk, if you can see, then are you grateful for those things? And I can say for myself, I take a lot of things for granted, just because of life, just getting busy or getting off track. Practicing mindfulness always helps us to savor the moment, stay in your present. Just looking around and saying, man, I have a roof over my head. I have food to eat. It may not always be what we want to eat. It may not always be where we want to live. It may not always have the exact life that we want, but learning to stay in the moment and saying, man, I really have a lot. I have a lot to be grateful for. And just having that thinking, it really helps us to enjoy what we currently have instead of being focused on what we don't have. Now, I know it's a very easy thing as human beings for us to always want more, for us to never be satisfied with what we currently have, not being satisfied. If you're grinding towards the goal, it's hard for us to be in that present moment and say, man, I'm really enjoying what I have. I'm really grateful for what I have, because we're always seeking and reaching for more. And it's nothing wrong with wanting more and going after our goals and doing things. But when was the last time you took a moment and then just looked around you and say, look, I have a bed to sleep in. I have food to eat. I have clothes to put on. I can see, I can hear. I have certain things that in a lot of countries are luxuries. Are you grateful for the luxuries like having air conditioning and heat? Just those simple things, especially when the extreme weather conditions, when it's windy, when it's rainy, when it's cold, when it's hot, that you have somewhere that you can go into and get shelter. Just that alone, that you have the gift of having somewhere to lay down and rest. It may not be our favorite place to rest, or maybe you may be currently living in a situation where you have a roommate or It's not your own place. Maybe you're in an apartment and you want to be in a home. But learning to be grateful for what you have in your present is so important. It's good for our mental health to tell ourselves that I really do have a lot. And I'm grateful for what I have, every single thing. When we do that, we can enjoy our life and we live in our present moment, and we're not being selfish into thinking that I don't have a lot and that I need more, because this society in this world is set up to make us always want and desire more. You got to have more. You got to buy more. You got to get more. You got more, right? Never satisfied with what we have. But I want to give you, all of you motivators, and encouragement to learn to be satisfied, learn to be grateful for what you have currently. You know, there's nothing like a person who is saying, I'm very grateful. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for me. I'm grateful for what I have. I'm grateful for, just being able to take care of myself, because that's a gift that some people don't have. We need to learn to cherish that. Some people have to have somebody to care for them because they can do nothing for themselves. They can't see, they can't hear, they can't walk. But when we can just get up and easily do things for ourselves, we take those simple things for granted a lot of times until it's taken away from us. Maybe a health problem, an issue happens to us, and we can't take care of ourselves. So let's stay in the present moment and learn to be grateful for what we have. Thank you so much, Miss Tracy, for dropping the emojis. Yeah, because one of the things that I'm used to hearing all the time, with being, supporting and coaching and things like that, I always hear people, complaining. I don't have this, I don't have that, and I want this, and this person has this car. See, they're talking about materialistic things. And while it's wonderful, I'm not going to knock anybody. It's nice to have a brand new car, the best shoes, the best clothes, the best home. All of those things are wonderful if you can afford it. But living in the present moment and saying, man, I am just grateful that I have somewhere to live. I'm grateful that I have eyes that I can see out of. I'm grateful that I'm able to feed myself. I'm able to take care of myself. I can walk, I can talk, I can breathe. All of those are special gifts that we have every day, and we need to stay in the present moment and be grateful for that. When is the last time we said that to ourselves? I'm grateful for what I have today in this moment. And that's how we live in the moment, is by saying to ourselves, I have a lot and I'm grateful for it. Okay, let's go to point number 2. When we live in the moment, another thing that we do is we make time for the people who are important to us. Okay. Now, I'm saying this from personal experience. I was not always this way. I took people for granted. I always just, the assumption, and it comes with your youth. You really don't appreciate, you really don't have gratefulness for the people that you have in your life, namely parents, great friends. You always think that they will always be there for you to support you. But it's very important to make time for the people who are important to you, your friends, your relatives, your loved ones. If you have people in your life that love you unconditionally, that support you, make sure that you're making time for them. This is how we live in the moment. You can always have lots of things, you can always have lots of money, but one thing that you can't get back is time. The time that you have spent with the people that you love. Make sure you're saying to those people, I'm going to make time for you. And I hear people say, I don't have enough time to do what I want to. I don't have time to spend. But then they spend 7-8 hours a day on social media. They spend all of this time doing all of, frivolous things that are not important. But the people in our life that are important to us, that support us, that care for us, are we making that time to spend with them? Yes, it's about the quality time that we spend every day with the people that care for us. It's very important to pour back into other people and not to be ungrateful. Don't be ungrateful, and don't be like me. Learn a lesson from me when the days when I was the immature me, and I didn't make time for my friends. I didn't make time for my relatives. I didn't make time for my loved ones because I just was under that assumption that they would always be there. I'll have time. I'll do it next week. I'll do it next year. And guess what? Next thing you know, you get a message they're no longer with you. And I'm not saying this to bring doom and gloom and to sound negative, but it's the reality of life. You never know how long you are going to have with the people that you love. And it's very important to cherish every single moment you have. I look back on my life, but the people who are no longer with me, and I say, man, I wish I would have called in a little bit more. I wish I would have took more time for vacations. I wish I would have had more conversations with those people, but I didn't. So learn from me. If there's somebody in your life and you haven't given them a call in a long time and you care about them, give them a call. Send them a text message, do a video chat, but make time for who is important. And I hear people say all the time, I don't have the time. If you want to make the time, you will. It takes a few seconds to send a text message. It takes a few minutes just to say, I was thinking about you. That's not only good for us, but it's good for them. Okay. It shows them that we cherish them and we're not just all about ourselves, which is so important. And this is how to live in the moment. We live in the moment when we make time, that quality time for the people who are important to us. That time is so precious. Now, let's go on to point number 3. And we're talking about how to live in the moment. Now we all know that in this digital age of social media, there is a tendency to overshare. And I don't mean taking uh 17 million videos. I don't mean taking 100 pictures, but definitely take time to take a few pictures so that you can have those as a memory. Those are some of the things that help me today when I'm missing my loved ones. I look back on those pictures and I smile because a memory was made that you don't think about those things until after those moments have passed, or maybe you move away from those individuals, or maybe it's not convenient for you to see them like you used to, or just life just changes and maybe certain health problems have happened either for you or for them, and life is just not the same like it used to be. It's so important to take some pictures, take some videos so that you can capture the moment. And that's what it's about. That's how we live in the moment. Just taking a few seconds. Hey, let's take a picture together. Let's do this. Let's do that. And then just do it and not just talk about it. So make some memories, take a few pictures and take a few videos. And we live in the moment because these are the things that we can recall when we're not around them or we miss them. Okay, let's get into point number 4, how to live in the moment. Now, communication is so important. Communication is the key to all good, healthy relationships. And I understand that not everybody is going to communicate the same way because every single person is different. Every single person is on different levels of communication. But it's just important to say things like, I appreciate you for being a part of my life. Thank you for being my friend. Thank you for being my sister. Thank you for being my brother, my auntie, my cousin. Thank you for being a great friend. Thank you for being supportive of me. Thank you for understanding me. It's very important to say that to the people that we care about. I just want to tell you, I know I don't tell you enough, but I really care about you. I just wanted to tell you that I love you. I just want to say thank you so much for being there. Thank you for supporting me when I'm always not the nicest person or the best person, but you care for me and love me anyways. when we communicate that appreciation for people that care for us, that are supportive of us, and then they don't turn their back on us when loving us is hard. I will say that I've been very blessed. I've been very, life has been good to me, that I've had people that have loved me even when I was a hard person to love. And if you have people like that in your life, we all know that. Not all the time we have done the right thing. Not all the time we have been the best person. Not all the time we have, given back and done what we need to do for other people. But as we grow, as we mature motivators, and we mature over here on Marlene Motivates. We are all motivated for a purpose, and our purpose is for us to show appreciation for people we care about. We're not just going to be the ones to just say, oh, they know how I feel, because I hear that all the time. I hear people say that all the time. Oh, yeah, they know how I feel about them. Hey, Colton, how are you doing? Welcome. Happy Tuesday. I hear people say that all the time in romantic relationships with their friends, with their loved ones. They feel, because let me just put it out there and clear the air. It's not always the easiest for everybody to talk about feelings. I care about you. I love you. You mean a lot to me. That's hard for some to say those things, because maybe they weren't raised that way, or maybe it just makes them feel uncomfortable. They just don't like talking about those things. But if you really do care about certain individuals, not everybody, but the ones that are special to you, the one that have proven by their actions, by being trustworthy, by caring for you in your heart, then you need to show that appreciation and communicate and say, I really want to say thank you for the support and the love that you give me. That goes a long way in keeping relationships strong, because let me say something. Relationships are living and breathing things. A relationship can live and die because of lack of communication, lack of support, lack of loyalty, and lack of just concern. If you go cold, you stop communicating what is there for that person to care for and love. We have to be the ones to give back and to say, I appreciate you for who you are and for what you do for me. Okay. Let's get into point number 5, everybody. We're talking about how to live in the moment, which is so important, motivators. It's so important for us to live in the moment, live for today, and to not live in the past, because that's what's the easiest thing to do. It's easy for us to go back in the past and always talk about what happened to us. But we're not going to do that. We're going to live in our present, and we're going to talk about the things that will help us to live in the moment. And another thing that helps us to live in the moment is to take a few moments for ourselves, to be alone. Self-reflection is so important. It's important to pour into ourselves, take some time for ourselves. Not always the self-care, but those few moments alone is very good for our mind. When we take even 5 minutes just to be by ourselves and to be in our own thoughts, to think, how am I doing? What's going on with my mental health? Am I okay? When we take those moments to stay in that present and care for our own mind, to care for our own heart, to feed our own spirit, we must do that on a regular basis. And we do that by giving ourselves our own private time, even just a few minutes. This is the time for Marlene, or insert your name. This is the time for, and then do that. Give yourself a few moments to be alone, just you and your thoughts, so that you can think how you're doing. What am I going through? And that's how we live in the moment. Taking care of ourselves is more than just how we look, or taking a bath, or what we eat. Our overall wellness means giving ourselves time, because I care about myself, because I love myself. I'm going to give myself some time so that I can feed and pour into myself. And each of us should do that. And that's how we live in the moment. We take some time for ourselves. And I know that time is precious and we're busy and we have a lot of things to do in our schedule from the day to day. But take a few moments out of every day just for you to spend some time by yourself. Now, here's another important one. Okay. I just got comments. Hey, Bryden, how are you doing? You're not so late. It's so good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome in. How are you doing, Bryden? Happy Tuesday to you. Thank you so much for being here. So, we're talking about living in the moment and how to live in the moment. And this is point number 6. Relax and forget your problems. Now, I know that that's something easier said than done. Like, how do you do that, Marlene? How do you forget your problems? It's not that your problems don't exist, but you got to give yourself some downtime that you just put your feet up, or maybe it's your time, maybe where you have your favorite beverage, a cup of coffee, some tea, an adult beverage, and just maybe the time you soak your feet, the time where you just listen to your favorite music, you watch your favorite TV program, whatever it is, relax. And this is the time where we live in the present moment and we just take a deep breath. And one of the things that I learned from my personal trainer is when we take a deep breath, we take a breath from our core. You suck it in, you hold it for a few seconds, and you breathe out through your nose. When we take those deep breaths, it's good for our brain, it's good for our body, it lowers our blood pressure, but we got to take some moments to relax. No matter how busy we are, no matter how stressed out we are, just take a few moments and relax, either at the beginning, the middle, the end of the day. But we got to do some relaxation techniques. And one of my favorite things to do is I have my AirPods. And if I'm at work or I'm somewhere that's very stressful, commuting somewhere, I'll put in my AirPods and listen to some rain sounds, listen to some relaxation sounds like of the beach, or some very calming noises. And then all my problems seem to melt away. And that's so important. Thank you, Bryden. I really am glad that you love being here. Thank you so much. Yeah, we definitely have to do some relaxation, and we have to forget about our problems. Not that we make them go away, or not that it's going to alleviate all of our stress, but we can't stay in that worrying phase, worry, oh, this is going on, this is going, and how, and how, and how. Just take a few moments and get yourself centered and balanced and not worry so much, okay? We can't worry about everything that is happening to us in our life, right? we have to do some relaxation techniques, and those things are so good for us, and it's very good for our mental health, and it's very good for the mind, it's very good for the body, and it's good for our spirit. So whatever it is for you, we all like different ways to relax. Some people, their relaxation is sleep. Some people, their relaxation is their favorite TV program or their favorite hobby. But don't forget, to live in the moment of today. You're never going to get another today. Enjoy the moment, relax, and just take in and savor everything that you have. Okay. So let's get into point number 7. Okay. And this is very important: to live in the moment. Thank your higher power for all they have done for you. Now, I know everybody has different belief systems, and I'm not here to, um, you know, push any of that on you. But whatever it is that you believe in, thank your whatever you believe in for all they have done for you. For me, that's God. I thank God for all He has done for me, and everything that I have been through, everywhere that I have gone, every struggle, every hurdle, everything. I thank Him for everything, the good, the bad, the everything, because it's formed me into being who I am. And when we are in struggle, sometimes we forget about that. We forget that maybe what at that time you thought it was a curse when it turned out to be a blessing, because if that didn't happen to you, it couldn't get you in this position to learn something, to grow from something, to elevate, to maybe want a new career, to go after a goal, to meet certain people, to come in and to bless your life. So gratitude. Thank your higher power for what they have done for you, because I know I have to thank my higher power every single day, what they have done for me and where they have taken me. Okay, now let's get into the next point. We got 3 more points. Okay, point number 8: how to live in the moment. Be spontaneous, everybody. Be spontaneous. Now, this is a hard thing for a person like me. I'm not just saying this for you all, I'm saying it for me, because I really struggle being a spontaneous person. I'm a person that I want to know, plan, when are we going? How is it going to be? How much is it going to cost? So I'm trying to dabble into that, learning to just wake up and just say, today I'm just going to have no plans. I'm just going to let my day happen and just enjoy life. So be spontaneous from time to time. Go on a new adventure, no planning. Just say, this is what we're going to do, and then do it. And it doesn't have to be something that costs you a lot of money. There's lots of adventures we can go on for free. Go to your local park, go swimming. In my area, it's the beach. For other people, it's maybe going in hiking, going on a bike trail. Maybe it's whatever it is that you do, but go out. Go out in nature. Go enjoy nature. Go have some fun. Be spontaneous. Try something new that you've been wanting to try. Don't wait for anybody to go with you. Just say, I have the free time. Is something I can do, is something I can afford. I can get there, and I'm going to do it today. It will make you feel so good exploring, And then in the exploring, you stay in the moment. You look at the sky, maybe look at different animals that are around, maybe just people watching, just taking in life and enjoying it. No planning, no saying, I'm going to do all of these things, but just allowing yourself to enjoy your life. So live in the moment, everybody, and go out and do something. I know that there's something that you want to do. In my local area, it's about to be time for 2 great things. Here in Florida, they have the Strawberry Festival, which is where they have all of the strawberries that are harvested, and they have the whole fair centered on everything is with strawberries. So, strawberry everything, strawberry jam, strawberry pie, strawberry shortcake, everything strawberry is centered to that. And of course, they have games and rides and animals and lots of things. So I like to go to that every year. And there's lots of other things, living here in Florida, that just enjoy the nature, going to the beach, seeing water parks, and yeah. But it's about making the time to go and explore and go on adventures. And I have to say to myself too, like, not just working and making money, but going out and enjoying some of that money that you make. Go out and spend some time with some of your friends. Meet up with some of your friends for lunch, for a special adventure. Go and do something. Try something new. Try a new food. Go and look at something. Maybe go and look in Google. One of my favorite things to do is type in, what are some of the things to do in my local area for free? So something that's not going to cost you anything to do. Try that and go and have some fun. Go explore, live in the moment, and you're going to find, this isn't so bad. I actually like it. So go out there and do that, everybody. I think that's really awesome to do and try. It makes you want to just savor the moment and say, I can have fun and adventure in my own area. I don't have to take a plane to be adventurous. I can enjoy my own local area. So let's get into point number 9. We got one more after this, everybody. How to live in the moment, motivators. Give back. Give people their flowers. So people that we love, people we care about, I'm big, especially here on YouTube, for saying thank you to the people who have helped me and supported me, and they know who they are. So don't be afraid to say thank you for your support. Thank you for your loyalty. Thank you for things that you've taught me. Give back. Don't think that you have done it all on your own. And I found on this app, it's very interesting how some people think they've done it all on their own. It's not true. If you don't have the people to support you, if you don't have the people to watch, if you don't have the people to come in, then what would you be? And also, I'm very big living in the moment. We give back when we give to others. And it's many ways we can give back. We can give to animal shelters. We can support the homeless. I love to be a part of causes for, women's domestic violence shelters. I love to do feeding campaigns, lots of things. So there's a lot of things that we can do and give back, even if it's things like giving to big brother or big sister, being supportive of a small child that way. Whatever it is, even in small little things. And another thing that I like to do when I do have the funds, even if it's $5, pay for the next person behind you's food, or just give them. I just want to give you $5 just to give back. Pay it forward to the next person. You never know what a person may need. They may be on their last $5, and you go and do something kind, a kind deed. So that makes you feel good when you give to others, but it also makes that person feel good for somebody considering them. So definitely give back. Hey, I almost said Bryden. Hey, Miss Rachel, how are you doing? Good to see you. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate you and your support. Thank you for the motivation. No problem, Bryden. I appreciate you. Hi, Miss Nancy. How are you? Welcome. Appreciate you being here. Happy Tuesday to you. Thank you so much. Yes, giving back. I have to say that giving back is something that I think is so important, but it's something that I kind of have got away from, even though I know that it's great to do. And there's a lot of ways that we can give back. It does not always have to be financially. It could be just giving of our time, giving of our effort, maybe just listening to somebody. It could be a form of praying for somebody. Especially the people who are shut in. I think about those people all the time, going to visit a nursing home, going to visit a school, going to talk to, different shelters for whatever it is that you want to give back. But, just giving to somebody else. And when we do that, we won't be thinking about ourselves. We'll be thinking about how can I help and support another person. And I think that's a wonderful thing to do. When we give to others, we give to ourselves, because it helps us to think, I thought my life was pretty bad, but my life actually is looking really good. It helps to balance us. Definitely giving to others. Every time I give back and I do something kind, no matter how small, even if it's just $1, even if it's just 1 hour of my time volunteering, even whatever it is that you're doing, there's many things that we can do and volunteer. In my local area, they have where you can just go and volunteer to wash the clothes for the homeless. You just show up and, of course, I have all my gloves and gown and everything. And then I wash the clothes, you fold it, and then you just keep doing that and you do that as long as you can. It doesn't cost me anything, nothing but my time. So just giving you guys some ideas of how we can give back to others, because it not only helps them, it helps us. And I feel that when iron sharpens iron. So when I take time to stop thinking about myself and my situation, and I think, look, I'm concerned about paying bills where I live, but this person doesn't even have a place to lay their head. It gives you a balance in your life. And then you think, man, I really do have a lot. Love your channel. I can sit and watch it, not tell my kids to leave, is educational. Thank you so much, writers. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Miss Nancy. Thank you guys so much. I always appreciate the support that everybody gives me over here. Thank you. Yes, so give people their flowers. And these are one of the things that I really think it's important to teach children this from, from they're a child until they become an adult. Very important for them to not only tell them, tell people thank you, but also show them by your actions what you do as a mother, as a father, as an uncle, as an auntie. It's important for kids to see you giving back, and then that's going to make them want to give back too. They'll be saying, oh, I remember when I was younger, my mom, my aunt, my cousin, this person, my friend used to give back, and then that spirit will be in them for them to want to give back to others. So I feel like it's a wonderful cycle. It's very good to teach children this, that it's not just about me and what I want and what I need. It's good to teach kids from their small to not be selfish, that other people need help and need support as well. That kindness goes a long way. So we can live in the moment that way too, giving back to others, giving people their flowers, showing people love, consideration, and support. I always say this, you never know what somebody is going through. You don't know, a person could be looking sad and you just say, good morning, good afternoon, how are you doing? Or I like your whatever, I like your purse, I like your blouse, you have a nice suit, you have a nice smile, I love your hair. Being considerate, seeing other people, even if it's just a smile. That's one thing that I love to do. I love to smile at other people. You don't know, that does something for people. Or I say, have a great day. Just doing something simple like that can go a long way. You don't know the reach of it. Maybe that person was in a bad mood, but somebody's saying hi to them. You don't know if that person is going home to be by themselves, all alone. You're the only person that they are going to talk to the whole day. You don't know. We take things for granted maybe when we have people at home. You don't think maybe some people are alone. Some people are lonely. They don't have anybody to talk to. They don't have anybody that supports them. So we can live in the moment by just being kind to others. It costs nothing to be kind. It doesn't cost you nothing. It really doesn't. But it's good for them and us. Yes, small acts of kindness goes a long way. It really does, Miss Nancy. It goes a long way, and it means so much. It's good for us to be kind to others, but it's also good for other people to experience that kindness, because like I said, you don't know what somebody else is going through. You don't know what somebody else is dealing with. You don't know what the struggles a person could be having in their life. You don't know if that person could be on the brink of having some wild thoughts of unaliving themselves, and they feel like nobody cares about them. But you just saying, how are you doing? Or you look nice. It could completely shift their thought just in that moment. Maybe I should just keep trying. Or maybe I am somebody, because not everybody gets those thoughts fed into them, how special they are, how important they are, how much they matter. And maybe you just saying hello to somebody could shift their whole world. Even just for one day, you can make somebody feel good about themselves. I think it's a wonderful thing to do. Spread love. Okay. So this is my 10th and last point, everybody. So how do we live in the moment? We reminisce on how far we have come. How far have you come? And everybody's different. Everybody has been through different things. Everybody has had a different past, childhood, situation, journey. Some people are at the beginning of their journey of their self-love, and some people have come very far where now they're at a stage where they're good in loving themselves, and now they're able to support others. I feel that that's where I am in the journey of my life. I've put years into this of working on myself, learning to love myself, learning how to be patient, learning how to be compassionate, learning how to be understanding. And I say those things because It is something we have to learn in this microwave society where we want things when we want it. We want things rapidly. I want it fast and I want it now. And just learning, slow down, slow down. It's not about how fast you get it, it will come. Like I always say, what is meant to be for you will be, and nothing can stop it. As long as you keep working on your dreams, as long as you keep loving yourself, as long as you are doing your personal best, I think that that's so key and important for your own mental health, for your own fulfillment, for your own spirit, for your high energy and high vibes, is making sure that you're doing what you need to do for you. Okay, so when we reminisce on how far we've come, this is where we focus on our personal growth. And this is the part that I love the most. I love to hear people's success stories, because when you look at somebody right now in this moment, you can never know, looking at me, that I was a person that was in a very dark space 7 years ago, a very, very, very dark space where I was looking to not be here anymore. I tried, I attempted. I did many things. I was very sad because I didn't know myself, because I didn't love myself, because I didn't think that I was worthy. And when I look back just 7 years ago, where I was, that's why I'm telling you that people say people can't change. Yes, you can. And I am proof of that. Every day I wake up with a positive mindset, not just because that just happened automatically, but I put a lot of time. I did a lot of things to show I can trust myself. I can lean on myself. I can be my own friend. And because I know how to be a good friend to myself, now I know how to be a good friend to somebody else. Now I know how to show another person. I know how to teach another person. I know how to help a person, how to heal themselves, heal their own heart, how to give their own self permission to win. Give yourself permission to start all over again, no matter what you've been through, no matter what you've gone, no matter who liked you, no matter all of it. Throw it all to the side and say, it's going to start today. This is how we live in the moment. This is who I was, but this is who I am. Yeah. Reminisce on that. That will encourage you. I have grown. I have matured. I am more positive. I am stronger. I am victorious. I don't give up like I used to. I don't listen to the foolishness. I don't feed off of the lies of other people. I don't live by what other people's opinions of me. Yeah, that shows our maturity. It shows our growth in the journey of your life. And every single one of you should be grateful for that. Yes, you are a warrior. You sure are, writer. Um, when we think about what you've been through, where you have gone, maybe a lot of obstacles that have come in your way that some people just couldn't take it, but you've taken it, so many things over and over and over again. And you had every opportunity to give up, but you didn't. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful that you are still here on the side of the living. Yeah. I sure am. Every day we have a new opportunity to win, to thrive, to have a positive mindset, to be a success story. But we are the ones that have to speak victory. Speak victory over your life. No matter what challenges you have faced, no matter what another person has said to you, no matter how much people have hurt you, put you down, spoke things out of their mouth that was lies, negativity, the people who hurt you, the people who put you down, told you you were nothing, you were nobody. I was told these things. You are nothing, you are nobody. Nobody will ever like you. They laughed at me when I said I was going to be a motivational speaker. They laughed at me when I said I was going to get my college degree. People laugh at you because they knew who you were, but people don't know the potential. See, that's what other people don't know. People don't know the potential that is inside of me, that is inside of you. And you have potential inside of you. That's what other people can't know and they can't see. People don't know. People don't know what is inside of you. Yeah. Every single one of you motivators, I say that to encourage you, to inspire you, and to motivate you. People don't know your backstory. People don't know your hard times. People don't know your dark times. People don't know your traumas. And it's also none of their business. But I share this freely and openly over here to encourage you and to let you know I'm a regular human being. I'm a woman. I'm a human being just like everybody else. I've made mistakes. I felt down, but I didn't let life keep me down. When I had every opportunity to give up, I chose to elevate. I made that as a choice. So that's how we live in the moment, making a choice. And I learned that in therapy, and it was monumental to the success of my life. I had to give myself permission to thrive. I had to give myself the permission to see the good in myself, and not only to talk about my flaws and what I I should have done, what I could have done. No, that's over. It's about today. What can I do? See, we have to speak those things. That's how we live in the moment. What can I do? What is in my power? What is in my being? What is my gift? What do I do best? And then you go out there and you do that. See, that's personal growth. That is personal growth. And it's a choice. It's a choice that we have to make every day. And I say to all of you motivators, and I want you to say it to yourself, I'm going to make the choice to thrive. I'm going to make the choice to start again. I'm going to make the choice to believe in me. I'm going to make a choice to believe in my light. I'm going to make a choice to be healthy. I'm going to make a choice to take care of me. I am going to make a choice to have only people in my life that help, that heal, and that grow me. If these people aren't doing this in my life, you can't be in my life. Only people who help, heal, and help me. Okay? And if you're not growing in any relationship, then that means it's toxic. I had to identify that there are some people in my life, mainly a lot of them were relatives, because relatives will come with that, oh yeah, I'm your auntie, I'm your cousin, I'm your this, I'm your that. And they want, and they're always needy. The more you give, the more they want. The more you give them, and you can never satisfy them. And you're exhausted. I used to be exhausted. Oh, giving, 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 and never receiving. So I had to learn to close out that door, because I know myself, I know my potential, I know my worth, and I want you to have that for yourself too, motivators. Know your worth. Know what you deserve. And when we live in the moment, that means we are choosing to love ourselves. It's a choice. See, we can make poor choices, or we can make good choices. We can choose to thrive, or we can choose to stand still. We can choose to give up, or we can choose to keep moving. We can choose to use our gifts. We can choose to use our talents. We can choose to help others. We can choose to bless others. We can choose to open up our mouth and say positive things, or we can open up our mouths and say negative things. See, it's choices. See, what do you choose? Are you going to choose to be negative? Are you going to choose to put people down? Are you going to choose to highlight their negativity? We don't like it when people highlight our faults. Nobody likes it. So why would you do that to somebody else? Yeah, we don't do that. See, when we grow up, when we mature, yes, when people hurt us, we don't have to always, if you see it's negative, if you see it's evil, if you identify those things, because we're paying attention, because we use the power of discernment, the power of reason, we use our wisdom, okay, and we stay in tune with that. I don't like how you're walking, I don't like how you're talking, I don't like how you're treating people. No. This is how we respect ourselves. This is how we live in the moment. Don't allow people to disrespect you, because you know who you are. You know what you're worth. and you know what you deserve. Okay? That's what I came to say to everybody. Thank you guys so much for supporting me on this channel. Thank you so much for supporting this channel. Thank you to everybody who is a channel member. Thank you to shout out to all my new subscribers. I really appreciate it. I have not said it yet. I was going to put it on the community tab, but shout out to everybody. Thank you so much for 2,500. I can't believe it. When I started off this channel way back years ago, I believe in 2007, I had 50 subscribers forever. But the more that I began to open up and to talk about who I am, about my story, when I allowed myself to be vulnerable, I said, you know what? I'm going to stop just being robotic and just reading from this paper and telling people, you know, just the easy things. I tell people my hard times. I tell people my dark times. I tell people my struggles. Okay. I'm real. And I always want to give you the real, the honest, but also I want to motivate you. I want you to get your energy up. I want you to be at peace. I want you to love yourself. I want you to have healthy relationships. All of this is about being in the moment. See, when you live in the moment, you only are going to allow yourself to be around people who will give the same to you. And if they're toxic and if they're using you, they're manipulative, they got some issues, you don't got to deal with it. See, today in our maturity, today in our elevation, we know our worth. We know what we deserve. Okay. You know that. So it goes by the choices, everybody. Let's make good choices because your future is bright. You have certain people that you need to reach. You have certain people that you need to be stronger for. Okay. So we just talked about today how to live in the moment. I thank you all so much for joining me today. If you have not already hit the like, please hit the like on your way out. And I will see you guys tomorrow. And to all my channel members, I will see you guys in the after show. I'm about to set it up. Yeah, and I'll see you guys there. Thank you all so much for your support. And I hope each and every one of you are living in the moment. Live in your moment, live in your today. Love yourself for who you are, for where you have come from, and where you are going. Your future is bright. Sending love, peace, and support to each and every one of you. I thank you guys so much. Thank you so much, everybody. And I'll see you guys on the next live, which I believe will be tomorrow. I'm pretty sure, but just like I always say, if God wills. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow. You know what I always say over here on Marlene Motivates? Just know it. Just breathe it and be it and live your best life.
Be encouraged, be inspired. Be yourself, you will survive. Just know it, just breathe it and be it, and live your best life.
Forgive me, I love me. I've been blessed that I have made it through. I'm stronger and worthy. I am enough now. What about you? I forgive me, I love me. I've been blessed that I have made it through. I'm stronger and worthy. I am enough now. What about you? Ooh, hey, yeah.